he wanted to do some body.
I'm so
What
bad.
is going on? What is going on?
How did I turn that video on, y'all? What's up, everybody? Not y'all being able to see my shorts. I'm only getting dressed from here up, okay? Hey, everybody. As people come on in, hello. Make sure y'all hit the like button as you come in. We're going to be having a party today, y'all. Just make sure you hype this video up. Make sure you bring some people, more people in. Let's see. What have y'all been doing today? I haven't been doing nothing. I got dressed so I could record a couple of videos for you guys because I'm trying to bring you guys my face on my content because you know I've been doing faceless content the last few videos. Hey, for whoever this is in here. So you guys know I've been doing faceless content for a while now. So I got dressed today so I could bring y'all some content that shows my face. Today we're going to be talking about Chud the Builder. I know y'all been seeing it everywhere. I stumbled upon this video that was talking about how he was sent by somebody in order to like harass the black community. It was presented by, what's his name, Dr. Umar Johnson, and he was pretty much speculating that Chud the Builder was sent to basically see how black people would respond to his sort of content, like if we was standing on business or not. And I'm wondering, do you think we was standing on business when it come to Chud? Because I heard he had been doing this kind of content for a minute now, but he wasn't that popular. More like he just started growing in popularity. So yeah, what do you think? Tell me. I can't see how you see stuff on here. This is my first time really using this. Let's see. Oh, you think it took too long? I think it took too long too. I was actually surprised on how much people kept saying that they didn't want to respond to him because they didn't want to bring validity to what he was doing. But I mean, the reality is he looked crazy. He looked really crazy doing what he was doing. He actually looked like what he was trying to project onto black people. He was looking like the aggressor in all of this. So back to the conspiracy that Dr. Umar Johnson had brought up, like, do you think that there's any truth in regards to that the people who is like paying and backing his content? Because Dr. Umar Johnson thinks it's like some huge conspiracy theory that is like the CIA or FBI type of business, bro. Which sounds crazy, but I'm pretty sure even back then when people were saying that there were people being planted within black movements, I know there was people being like, y'all crazy. There ain't no way. But the reality is we learned later that that's exactly what they were doing. So I mean, I don't even know what to say about the whole situation. But yeah, I do think it took far too long. But I think it shows growth. Like, can we say that? Can we say it showed growth? Or are we just so used to that kind of like outrageous like harassment? And then I wonder, why did it take so long for like authorities? Because I mean, the only way that authorities even hopped in to even consider or respond to the situation is after somebody got shot. Like, we saw videos where people were basically like, where the cops told Chud that they knew about his content. So y'all know he's running around here harassing the community. Like, why can people make it a whole business to harass black people? Okay, I see you said it's a mix between the two. So can you not verify? Can you explain what's the two? Because you know I be yapping sometimes. So I just want to make sure y'all I'm clear on what part y'all comments is going for. But yeah, oh, I think I know what you're talking about when I was saying that have we just gotten used to the content or have we grown past it? I do think if that's what you're talking about, I do think it's I can see both of those two things being a thing, because I do think the community, I was just making some content. I have really been like thinking and contemplating on this situation, on the dragging of Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, on how we have completely moved past places where people like Cheyenne Bryant, we had Dr. Umar Johnson. Now that we talked about him, he's one that always gets called out too. What was this, Kevin Samuels. I feel like the community has moved past and has been growing. Like, we don't even want people whose voices like that to be elevated and be within the community. Oh no, now somebody got a comment being held. Okay, no, it's not a bad comment. Oh yeah, we need this comment because this is part of the discussion as well. So they said, if you offend the wrong ones, they'll end you immediately, which is so true. Because I was talking to my husband about Myron, the fresh and fit people, and I was like, Myron. Oh no, I wasn't even talking to my husband. I was talking to my mama, which, mind you, my mama don't be knowing about nothing. Nothing when it comes to this, but she knew who Fresh and Fit was, and she knew the kind of outlandish content they do. Hi, I got fame. What's good? So even my mom knew about Fresh and Fit, and she was like, oh, didn't they get kicked off? So she thought they were all off the platforms, because that would make sense, right? Why are we allowing people like Chud, Fresh and Fit, Aiden Ross, all these people to basically make a living off of harassing people? And they always harass the Black community, and until you're like Myron and you do something stupid like harass the Jews, and then all of a sudden he's demonetized almost immediately. Like, you can make a whole living off of bashing Black people. And sometimes I always have to contemplate and think amongst myself, because like when you have things that come out like the anti harassment and discrimination act, or like what some people call it, like the anti Asian hate act or whatever, I've told people several times, I'm like, in the United States, you aren't able to have policy that only impacts one group of people like that anymore. All of our laws are for everyone. So it's not just for Asians. But the reality is, come on now, because why aren't we slapping a book at a Chud the Builder? Why is Aiden Ross still online? Why is Myron still able to do the things that he's able to do? And so back to the conspiracy. So, and who sent Chud the Builder? So Dr. Umar Johnson, as I was mentioning earlier, says that he was sent by some type of government agency to basically test the waters to see how the Black community would respond to his kind of comment or content, to outwardly being harassed and called the N-word to their face. But the only problem I'm having with Dr. Umar Johnson's theory on who he believes sent Chud the Builder is the fact that this content isn't new. Chud isn't new. He had been harassing people, but we had plenty of people. We had Glasses have to go off on Aiden Ross to check him in regards to how he was speaking about Doechii. But I mean, that was not something new or something that had happened for the first time. This is something that had been reoccurring and rehappening constantly, and there was nobody really checking it. I'm happy. That's why that circled back to this idea of what I've been talking about when it comes to Black cultural renaissance. Like, I really think that the Black community is going through some type of awakening period where we are really demanding more from each other and more from the system at large. I mean, we have Black people completely leaving at large numbers out of the country, just moving, not visiting, but moving. We also have them visiting, not to mention Americans in general don't travel like that. We don't even have passports like that, right? So now you have movements, like, I might not agree with the movement, but we have like the passport bros. They're actually helping Black men to move or leave out the country to go travel somewhere else. And then you have people moving and living other places. Like, I live in Puerto Rico. That's still part of the United States. But when I tell people I live in Puerto Rico, I can't tell you how many times I have people talking about, oh, you a tether, you this, you that. I'm freaking Black American. Do we think that Black Americans can't live anywhere else but in the United States? Like, no, that's why you think I'm cosplaying Black. Because I am a Black American. I ain't cosplaying. I am who I am. Like, but I love that my culture exudes from me so much that even when you think it shouldn't fit me, you think I'm cosplaying instead of this is who I actually am. Hey, I see some other people coming in here. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, so I keep circling around this idea that has been presented. As I see more people come in, I'm going to move the conversation back to the topic that we have on hand. But yeah, I mean, there's just so much going on right now. But I feel like as a community, we are demanding a lot more. But then in that, I have seen some very interesting conversations coming up. Like, why y'all hate Black owned businesses so much? I've done so many videos, and somewhere I'm like, oh, I'm going to get dragged for this one. Because y'all know, I live in Puerto Rico, so I've done a lot of videos about my experience here in Puerto Rico. And Puerto Ricans are very sensitive when you talk anything that have to do with Puerto Rico. They get crazy, real crazy. So I'll be like, oh, they gonna chew me out. They gonna cuss me out for this one. And another one, I'm gonna get it for this one. And I don't get it. But I did one Black owned business saying, I did one Black owned, I did one video about a Black owned business and saying that they were not overpriced, and they wasn't. You get 3 wings and fries and a soda for $5. That's not overpriced if you ask me. But anyway, I got so many dislikes. Y'all really want me to bash Black owned businesses, huh? Y'all don't like when nobody talk positive about Black owned businesses. That's some of the stuff we need to get over in the community. And that's going to circle back to the Umar Johnson conversation about who he believes sent Chud the Builder. So, as a community, if this is the case, if they are hyping or maybe just even financially supporting this kind of like harassment content, we as people and as a community, we need to become smarter and more aware of what's happening. But my only question is, how do we as a community fight against this form of content? Because I do think we should definitely amplify what is happening, but I also think that these people are banking on the fact that the Black community will respond in some way. And rather it's like extreme outrageous response, or rather we just create content and videos about them. I'm like, should we allow them to be able to do their content in secrecy, or should we put them on Front Street? I wrestle with that idea. I want somebody, like, if somebody think they got the answer. Do you got the answer, Sway? Because I ain't got the answer, Sway. If you got the answers, I would love for you to put in a comment. Like, what do you think we should be doing as a community with these kinds of content creators where they're really are building their platform, they are getting financially supported? Like Chud the Builder, let's see. I know y'all can't see the screen, but I'm about to look up right now how much Chud the Builder has raised. Even though I believe he's not able to access that money, as far as it's not called GoFundMe. It was like God Send Me or something like that. What was the website he was using? I think it was called God Send Me or something about God. Why these people always into Jesus? Like, it's such a bad look that, okay, maybe it's not called God Send Me, but no, these people, why are they always like super religious? Is there some type of connection between this overt religious attitude and extremism? Maybe because they're extremists. So, oh, okay, it's called Give Send Go. And maybe I shouldn't even be telling y'all about this website, but this is the website. We're gonna call this the racist website, because why are y'all even allowing him to? Oh Lord, he raised that much now? I thought Oh, wow. That's crazy. So he has raised $273,000 so far. They're into You're funny. Not they're into Cesar Chavez, not cheese. Yo, now I want to look at which Cesar Chavez, because I know what you getting at, but I don't know what Cesar Chavez look like. So I'm trying to see how funny you really is. Do the white Jesus really look like Cesar Chavez? He don't look like. I'm done. That don't look like white Jesus. But that's so funny though. I'm mad I didn't know what Cesar Chavez. Oh, this one kind of nah. It's about to be. I was about to say he looked really Latino. Not Kenny G. And then now you about to have me looking at everybody. Y'all about to take my black card. I don't be knowing who nobody look. Oh Jesus. This about to sound crazy, but I ain't gonna lie. He looked more like the devil. Like, if I picture what I think the devil looked like, I think the devil looked like this, like Lucifer. I think he looked like him. Just Kenny G. I think he looked more like him than Kenny G looked like Jesus, than white Jesus. Yo, what I'm even upset about is the fact that while I'm scrolling, here comes a picture of freaking Kanye West. Why do I see a picture of Kanye West? Why is Kanye West under Kenny G? Kanye always find himself in some mess. We was talking about the Jews and Kanye West popped up. He said, you fuck about the Jews? Let me talk about the Jews too. Oh my gosh, Kanye West is a hot mess. Can we talk about how Kanye West is a disappointment? A disappointment. I remember, oh my gosh, what grade was I in? I was in the 8th grade, y'all. 8th grade, Jade, y'all. And that's what was that? What was it? Kanye's workout plan. When that came out, you couldn't tell me nothing. Nothing. I thought it was big shit popping. But how disappointed I am that I loved Kanye. I mean, Kanye got up there and said, Bush don't like black people. Yo, we should have known he was a clown then, but I think we thought it was okay because he was clowning for us. When he went up there and snatched that pole microphone from that little white girl, what's her name? Taylor Swift. He was Beyonce the best to ever do it. What he say? No, we was all drinking the Kool-Aid because why was we allowing him to get off bars talking about you leave that ass for a white girl? Why was he telling us the truth and what he was thinking and believing, and we wasn't listening? Because he literally did all the things that he said he was going to do. He did all the things that he said he was going to do. So we should not even be surprised. I didn't think I would ever see Kanye wearing a KKK outfit, though. An all blacked out KKK outfit. That was not on any kind of bingo card that I ever had seen. I was not ready for that. Not ready for that. This is my first live, y'all. I don't be doing no lives, but I wanted to start bringing you guys visual content. I said, let me come hop on here to start talking to y'all, just chit chat, do a little giggle, and talk about this video I had seen with Dr. Umar Johnson. I probably should look up the rest of the whole interview. I wish I could show stuff to you guys on here. Because I am, oh shit, like, let me look at that fucking shit up, y'all. Damn. It's messing up stuff. Let me leave that alone. Let me leave that alone. But yeah, I had seen that Dr. Umar Johnson was talking about that. And I said, that was a very interesting idea about who he was sent by. Because I see this question continuously circulating around on the internet about where he's coming from. But then again, I mean, if it is like a COINTELPRO type of situation where he's planted there because Dr. Umar Johnson said that he believes that it is to incite us to see how we respond to this kind of content, and if we respond outrageously, then it will be the catalyst to some type of martial law. But another thing I thought that was interesting that he said is that he said that they're trying to see how the black community responds to white people such as Chud the Builder policing our communities. And I was like, that's a very interesting word to use, policing our communities. Because imagine you got a whole bunch of George Zimmermans walking around the hood now. First off, I want to know who's signing up for that position. Who's signing up for that? Who? Because that sounds crazy. Because I remember once seeing a video where it was a high-speed chase and these motherfuckers went to the hood. They went to the projects and they lost them in the projects. Y'all gonna be lost up and missing. This sounds like a bad idea. So I'm like, Dr. Umar Johnson, I hope that is not what's going on, because people gonna be missing. People gonna be missing. That's just automatic. People gonna go be going missing. And I'm trying to figure out who wants that job, because being a cop is not, they don't pay y'all well enough. I don't even know why anybody take this job. I was like, black people, there needs to be more black people in police positioning, which, I mean, it would be cool. You know what they need to do? And I wonder if it has to do something with safety as to why they don't do it like this. Y'all see, I only get dressed from the waist. Y'all see my pajama bottoms. I'm a pajama bottom. But what was I about to say? Oh, I wonder why they don't do this. Like, when you become a police officer, why they don't place you in the community in which you live. First, that sounds great to work and live within the same community. Like, you don't have to go far. But I wonder if that's dangerous for police officers, because I'm thinking about when you're off duty and you're trying to, like, go eat or something like that, and you're seeing some motherfucker you just pulled over the other day. But with that, I think it would form some more accountability, where you won't be having these police officers feeling so comfortable about harassing communities of people, because you'll be within community with them. And I think that's one thing that people miss a lot about Black Lives Matter and what Black people have been advocating for. I don't think any of us just wants the whole police eradicated, that we don't believe that there is anything helpful about the police system. No, we're just saying, stop fucking harassing us when we're walking down the street. Stop freaking harassing us. Like, I remember one time I had a conversation with my husband. I was like, babe, like, this is a college educated man, ain't never really did anything, and as far as illegal activities. So I asked him, like, have you ever been pulled over and put in handcuffs? And he was like, almost every time they pull me over. And I was like, God damn. Like, that really is true, that they, like, just do the most extreme. Because even with me, it's like, I remember one time I was driving my car and I was with my homegirls. We was pulled up at the 7-Eleven. This was probably circa around 2012. We at the 7-Eleven looking cute. I think we was getting some drinks or something before we was about to go out. And we're walking back to the car, and there's some bum. Not like a bum, like a broke ass nigga, but but like literally a bum. bum up territory, right? So a bum comes up to us, and he's not asking us for money. He's trying to get with any of us who would allow to give him the time of day. And he's all like, well, I'm making him sound like a crackhead. Not a crackhead, but he's just a bum, okay? But he's all like asking us about our day. But he won't leave us alone. So we finally run to the car. When I run to the car, I hurry up, drive the car off. And what did I hear? Woo, woo! Hit them fucking lights on me real quick. I literally had just pulled out of the freaking 7-Eleven parking lot. Like, what you mean you pulling me over? I ain't even been on the street longer than 2 seconds. Like, what do you mean? It took me longer probably to start up the car than I had been driving down the street. So I pull over. I'm thinking, I'm like, well, let me put my corporate voice on, because I'm college educated. I know the King's English when I need to use it. So I'm like, oh, okay. So let me, excuse me, officer, why'd you pull me over? That shit didn't work. That should not work. It didn't work at all. And he's asking me why I pulled off like I did, because y'all know what I have forgot to do and why he pulled me over. I forgot to turn on my headlights. I forgot to turn on my lights. So I was driving with no lights on. I don't know if he thought I was trying to do a drive-by. I was trying to whip a corner or two. No, I wasn't. I was just trying to get away from the bum. Okay? I was just trying to get away from the bum. And in the trying to get away from the bum, I forgot to put my headlights on. But he didn't care about that. He didn't care about the fact that we was just getting harassed. And that circles back to this conversation about Chud the Builder. They do not care what happened to us. Okay? Okay. We're over here making sure that these cops have placed it. And then my concern becomes, because as I'm watching the trial and these things unfold, I see that he got his bail reduced, but then they found the craziest stuff in his car. What do you mean he got a bulletproof vest and a ticket to go to Istanbul or some weird place like that? What you mean he was trying to go out the country and you gave him a lesser bond? I mean, granted, it's still in the millions, but still, you gave him lesser bond. And they're talking about, oh, well, he won't be able to use that go send me, what I keep fucking calling that thing. I don't forget what that, give me send, whatever, give me some money because I'm racist platform they be using. So they're talking about he can't use that money for it. But my concern becomes of this is, why is he allowed to even continue to fundraise money? Because he's still about to be a quarter of $1,000,000 richer after this incident. Okay? And you tell me some bum like him. Come on now. You know he a bum. You know he po white trash. You know Chud the Builder is po white trash. Look, you know he's so po white trash that even the racist white people wasn't messing with him. You know he gutter. Okay? So you know this 250 ain't nothing. 250,000, that ain't nothing. He was never about to see this in his lifetime, not knowing these numbers on his bank account. Why is he able to continue to fundraise? What's going on? Because I remember them cutting off people GoFundMe money when it came to the truck drivers when they were doing their boycott. They snatched up their coins. Snatch up these coins, because why are you allowing people to enrich themselves as they continue to harass citizens? This should be considered some form of treason, because why are you able to allow to do this? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, now somebody coming on here telling me to booty shake. Do it look like I booty shake, bro? Do it look like I booty shake? That's crazy. You know what? You want to see me booty shake? Send me some money. Send, what's it called? I don't even know what these things called. What's it called? Super chat. Send me a super chat saying that, and let's see if I do it. How about that? That's how we're going to play this game. Let's see. Let's see how much you need to send me on the super chat before I start shaking my booty on the fucking computer. Are you crazy? I'm a grown woman. I ain't even saying news in my lifetime. You talking about shake my booty. Oh, y'all be wilding. Y'all really be wilding on this interwebs. Get a life. Get a situation. Get some milk. He needs some milk. Whoop, whoop. I ain't gonna lie. That shit randomly in my head because I was listening to Trina. Pull over that ass too fat. Why he's talking about shake your booty? That's probably why he's telling me to shake my ass, huh? He knew, he felt it. He felt it in the spirit. He was like, she was listening to Trina before she hopped on this live. But no, it was funny because I was listening to a whole bunch of music that's just like so old, which is crazy. I went from Baby Keem, the Casino, to listening to GNX, And then I hopped over and started listening to Trina and Remy Ma Conceited. I don't even know what I was going through. I don't know what I was going through. Clearly some ratchetness. Cause I don't know. But back to Chud the Builder. Back to Chuck the Builder. Chud. What does it even mean to be a chud? I heard it meant something. Let's look that up. I heard it meant something, but I didn't know. I didn't know. I ain't got no time. Y'all be on this internet doing stuff. Y'all just be doing stuff. And I can't keep up. I can't. Okay. So it's a slang, an internet slang term. It's used as a derogatory insult. It typically describes a boorish, unattractive, or foolish. Oh, Far right. When you're on the right, ain't that means you like a Democrat? I don't. I'm telling you, I don't identify as a Dem or a Republican. That's the extremist political spectrum for far right, the mainstream. Oh no. Is your so far right is your left. Yeah, when they be like, oh, you a lefty, that's when you a Dem. So Chud is, so why would he call himself a Chud? That dude is just he's a troll. I'm mad. I was literally about to call him a troll, and it says the general slang is in internet spaces is used more broadly to similar to mean like a jerk or a troll. So he's a troll. So why is he going around trying to act like he's doing all this in the effort of freedom of speech? Did he think the freedom of speech was pool was just gonna allow him to run free to do this like weird harassment content he's trying to do? Because at the end of the day, fool, you just a troll. You just trolling people. Speaking of troll, which I mentioned her a little bit earlier, Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, she a troll too. And y'all keep allowing yourself to get trolled by this woman. Every time she does an interview, I am cracking up laughing because I know, because I had to keep thinking about this. I just did a video, so I'm gonna break down. Oh my God, y'all wildin'. What you do? How are you, baby? I don't know you. I'm fine, but I don't know you. I ain't your baby. I got a husband. Y'all weird comments. I heard when you do the vertical, yeah, when you do the vertical content, y'all be wildin' with y'all comments. I see it. It's cool though. It's cool. But Cheyenne Bryan, yeah, she out here trolling y'all. Because I had to ask myself, I said, who does these kind of interviews and just willingly goes and lets themselves get dragged online over and over again? And I said the only reason you would do something like that is because you must be benefiting in some form of way. And that's why you keep doing it, right? Like, you're not going to do stuff that's making you feel empty inside. You're not seeing some form of benefit from it. Because I know there's no way that she feels good when she's seeing people do all these think pieces calling her a grifter and a fraud. So I said, what's making her continue to do this? Most importantly, too, because if you look on her website, it does not say that she's like she has a doctorate. It says she has a master's in marriage and family therapy. So why we keep asking her if she's a doctor? I get it. I guess she got doctor in her name, but like people aren't this slow. Dr. Seuss got doctor in his name. Is he a doctor? I ain't never said the famous rhymer that ever rhymes. Is he an actual doctor? I ain't never thought if Dr. Dre was an actual doctor. Just because they don't move in ways that gives me doctor energy. I don't look at Cheyenne Bryant. I don't get doctor. And because even though at first I was like, maybe it's because of the way she acts. Like she doesn't give me a doctor. And I thought maybe she doesn't do that because she's trying to be relatable with her clients that she wants to serve, because she kind of talked about her demographic she wants to serve, and I'm like, oh, maybe she's trying to be more relatable to them, and that's why she talks that way. But then I don't think so. I think that's just how she talks, And she's not a doctor. Because then when I looked at her website, I was like, it don't say she a doctor. I don't know no doctor who calls themselves. If you have a doctorate in psychology, you're not going to call yourself an expert in psychology. I don't know anybody who says that. Doctors love telling you they a doctor. So I said, okay, she clearly is not doing this. Because, oh man, I got another block comment. Y'all better not be saying nothing crazy again. I can't help it. Y'all want to put on a turtleneck? I get it. Y'all didn't even get to see the comment. I'm gonna let it fly. I'm gonna let my husband see all these crazy ass comments y'all left. He gonna come. He gonna come. Poo poo. He gonna come get you. He gonna come get you. It's crazy because I can't even see. I don't even know how crazy they look. I mean, I can't help it. He blessed me up top. He didn't bless me on the bottom though. He didn't bless me around back. I cannot do with y'all. But yes, Chud the Builder. Nobody, y'all ain't told me yet. Y'all ain't tell me yet what y'all think about Chud though. Do y'all think this is some Quarantel Pro type stuff? Do you think he was sent to entice some type of response from the Black community? Because I keep hearing this narrative, even when Ice was really popping off, which I ain't heard nothing lately. Y'all hear anything about Ice? It's like y'all got real quiet about that. It was like Ice out everywhere, and then now nothing. I don't hear nothing. They done X'd off 2 people, and y'all just stopped talking about them, which is crazy. I wonder did they finally get told to go inside, that they was doing too much, they was wilding. Because they was wilding. I was like, ooh, I'm glad I'm not in the States, because y'all got a lot to live. Y'all got a lot to live through. Y'all got the schools going up with the pew-pews. With the pew-pews. You don't know what somebody about to bring now. Y'all don't know what somebody about to do. And every time y'all want to go talk around people who in homeschool, y'all want to keep talking about people who's gotten homeschooled. But the reality is, all these crazy motherfuckers is mostly... Not can you hide them so I can really listen to you. Sir, you're gonna have to learn how to deal with it, okay? I can't hide them. All right? I can't hide them. They're there. They exist. They're in the present form. All right? And that's just what it is. Hit the like button because he being pervy. We need to get the pervs out of here, okay? This is an OV hoe. You an OV hoe, huh? Freaky ass 69 God. Chud the Builder. Wasn't it a rather interesting turn of events when Chud the Builder went and asked Ada Ross to donate him money? I said, this is interesting. This was not part of my bingo card. Why would you ask Ada Ross? That's really interesting. Did y'all hear that phone call? And do you think it was even real? Because when I heard it, I was like, it's giving low-key AI. I ain't gonna lie. It was low-key giving AI. But I'll take it. For the plot of it all, I'll take it. I'll accept it. For the plot of it all. Like what we really going through. Y'all is funny, though. Y'all is funny. I don't ever be hopping on this live stuff here. This is my first time. Well, it's not my first time doing a live on... I'm lying. It ain't my first time. Something like that, though. Why did my YouTube sign me out? I ain't got no time for it. Oh, Lord. Let's see. Oh, Jesus. It really did sign me out. That's some... I ain't been signed out of my YouTube ever. That's weird. Why did it sign me out? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Danny. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I tried to I try to get dressed. You used to see me when I wake up in the morning. I ain't that beautiful. But it was like, I woke up like this. I woke up like this. What was I about to? I was looking up something which I'll sign in later to my YouTube. But yes, I'm still waiting for somebody to tell me if they believe Dr. Umar's idea. Do y'all need me to circle back again what Dr. Umar said? Or do y'all remember? Or is Danny? Are the rest of y'all distracted like Danny? I should do a poll. Is you distracted or not? I'm gonna have to go in a minute though, because my phone is on 20 seconds. 20%, 20 seconds, 20% is about to go. But I have some videos coming out. Yeah, I've been on here for 40 minutes. I need to go. But I have some videos I recorded today. And Danny said y'all distracted. I'm sorry. I will work to put on a different top next time, okay? I'll make sure we have a less voluptuous top. I like this one, though. That's like one of my favorite tops. So, I'll put it on. My bad. I'll put something on that different next time. But yeah, I recorded 3 videos today. The reason why I wanted to talk about Chud the Builder, and I probably was talking about Cheyenne Bryant's, because those were 2 of the topics I had discussed and the videos I recorded today. So I'm going to be putting them out later. But those were like deeper cultural conversations, really circulating around this idea I've been working with when it comes to what I believe this era and time is for the Black community. I'm calling it the Black cultural renaissance. Very similar to the Harlem Renaissance, in which we seen a renewal in what the community wanted when it came to art and participation within the community and culture. Like things that we still to this day celebrate and highlight within our culture and practice. So I believe that this time period we're going through that same kind of thing. And it's interesting because I was actually doing content on Drake. Drake! I was doing content on him, and that is how I came up with this idea of the Black cultural renaissance, because I was talking about how his Iceman album, I don't want to say it flopped, but it didn't do what you would think a Drake would do, where he's completely backed up by the machine. And that's when I came up with this movement, because what I found interesting is that even Drake fans are asking for more substance when it comes to lyricism or the music that's being produced. So I said, oh, this is amazing times. It just feels like there's a change in attitude and behavior within the community. One of those things I hope we change, though, is I want y'all to change how y'all talk about Black-owned businesses, okay? I was getting on that earlier in the live. The way y'all talk and drag Black-owned businesses, we need to wrap it up. Wrap it up, flat screen. We need to stop dragging Black-owned businesses like we do, okay? Okay. That's one of the main things I want us to take out of this whole renaissance, this Black cultural renaissance era I believe that we're going into, or that we're currently experiencing. And I think this is perfect timing, because if you really think about the state of the country and what everybody is going through right now, people are going through a lot when it comes to financial struggles. But one thing I'm seeing about the Black community, and I think it's because that's kind of how we've always been, like even when you take in consideration the Harlem Renaissance, during that time, the Great Depression literally was happening. Like, you really had the whole country suffering, but the Black community was thriving, especially when it came to the arts, fashion, and all that thing. That was like the best creative moment for us, and a lot of what they did still lives on today. So I think right now we're in a time period, given that we're coming out of the pandemic, we're seeing prices be higher than ever. I don't think the country has officially stated that we are in a recession, but we definitely see that people's pockets and the money that they have is not able to keep up with the amount of inflation. Like, I was watching a content creator, which, not saying that all content creators make money, but based on how large her platform is and how long she's been doing this, I know she makes a little bit of coins, okay? So for her to be complaining that she spent $50 at a restaurant, which she says she got chicken and waffles, a plate of chicken and waffles for $50, which her thing was, she was complaining because she was like, chicken and waffles shouldn't be $50, because she's like, waffles cost this much, chicken costs that much. Bye. But my thing was like, well, when you go to a restaurant, you know, you're not only paying for the actual meal that you're consuming, you're also paying for everything, because the food is helping that business cover all the expenses. Like when it comes to employees, granted, I mean, waitresses and stuff like that don't get paid that much from the businesses, but honestly, you know, the business got bills is what I'm trying to say. And if we have content creators who still have not reached a point in their finances where they can say, oh, well, $50 for a cost for chicken and waffles is nothing. You know what I mean? Like, they're not fazed by it. The reason why they're still fazed and shocked by it is because things are not matching up. The amount of money people have is not matching up to the amount of money that these businesses are asking for. I have this firm belief, though, that like businesses, you ask for what you want. I, as a consumer, I have my money and I decide where I want to put my money, right? And if we are not aligned, if I don't feel like your product is worth what you're asking, or if I'm not willing to pay what you're asking, I'm just going on about my business. And I believe that life will just sort itself out, that they will go away because they can't afford to operate because there's not enough people who are consuming their products. And then eventually I'll be able to have a product at a price point that I want, right? But we're at a time period right now where it just seems like people just aren't able to afford these things. And I think that's why it's like the best time to have this black cultural renaissance era, to where that we can really start to redefine culture. And you see people within the space, like, I don't know how much content you guys consume, but if you think of like a FD signifier, you have your Glasses Malones, you have your people who use music such as Kendrick Lamar to really talk and push the culture forward. You have I was about to say Outkast. I'm not talking about Outkast. Talk about the Clips. You got people like the Clips pushing culture forward. And I was about to mention Pharrell, oh dusty, crusty self. But no, Pharrell, not you, Pharrell. You still on my list. Because I did a video. Y'all don't really watch it like that. But y'all need to watch that video that I did about Pharrell, when I was talking about how he had got dragged by black people because he was talking about some DEI stuff. But it's deeper than that. Because freaking, let's look it up. So Pharrell got this thing that he calls the new black, and that should already let you know he on bullshit. He another freaking Kanye West, just straight tripping, just always doing something crazy. And my most disappointment, though, is for Pharrell. I would never expect that from him, right? I would never expect that from Pharrell. So let's look up Pharrell and the new black and what that means to him. And that actually, and you know, it also circles back to this whole concept of Chud the Builder we have been talking about, where, you know, they're just, you know, we have this movement going on right now, and it feels like forces out there are trying to question and hinder black mobility, because I think our community is getting smarter and smarter in understanding. I mean, if you even take into consideration like what people are looking up when it comes to FBA, and really wanting to redefine and define for themselves who they are and where they come from, and own our culture and our understanding. Because I'm FBA too. I don't choose to use the label as outwardly, but I won't be like offended if you call me FBA, because I am FBA. I just believe that FBA is more than a lineage, even though people tell you it's a lineage. I just believe that it is more than that. So until I know more, or even meet somebody in person who actually identifies with that ideology, I just won't feel comfortable outwardly using it myself. Okay. Not you talking about my boob, bitch. And one probably is smaller. Actually, you have it reversed. If one was smaller than the other, it would actually be the other way around. Because I am a mother who breastfeed, and my child prefers one boob over the other one. So yes, I do have one boob who is larger than the other one, but you actually have it incorrect. And most women has one boob that's larger than the other one, just like you probably got your one eye that's slightly bigger than the other one, or cockeyed. I know you cockeyed. It's always a cockeyed motherfucker. That's why you can't see which boob is actually bigger than the other one, because you cockeyed. You should be looking up here anyway, you puv. Y'all some motherfucking pervy ass motherfuckers. I heard y'all be wilding on the vertical. I heard the vertical be wilding. And you proving. Y'all had so many blocked comments that I let loose. I just let y'all loose. And ain't nobody hit me up in the super chats. I ain't had not one super chat. Y'all just sending me the most outlandish stuff. But let me see. So Black to Pharrell and the New Black. So Guardian did an article in here, and they said why Pharrell believes in the New Black. The multi-millionaire superstar told Oprah Winfrey that being successful is not about skin color, but a state of mind. Some say he just got lucky. Which is, it's interesting. So he said that Oprah, that would be, it's giving that. It's giving that. That's so crazy. But let's go and finish reading this. As if to confirm that he has reached an otherworldly level of fame, Pharrell has aligned himself with an entirely new race of human being. Oh my God, not a whole new race. Why y'all trolling us, Guardian? The superstar spoke to Oprah, bubbled while watching fan videos of Happy, but most curiously defined himself as the New Black. The New Black doesn't blame other races for our issues, said Pharrell. One of the world's most successful musicians to Oprah, billionaire queen of the world. This article is written quite frankly crazily. Jesus Christ. The New Black dreams and realizes that it's not pigmentation. It's a mentality. And it's either going to work for you or it's going to work against you. And you got to pick the side you're going to be on. It's a comment that not only suggests that he has a library full of chakra books under that hat. Y'all are stupid. But also highlights how drafty he is with the millionaire's attempt to speak for an entire race. Yeah, you know, I was a little confused by that whole doesn't blame other races for our issues. I don't really like when people say that, because I think that really reduces what it is that Black Americans have had to go through in this country, to just reduce it to us that we're blaming other people for our what was the word they used? Our shortcomings, our issues within our community. I don't think people are blaming other people. I think what it is when you're addressing any type of issue, you don't just address the symptom, you address the thing that caused the issue in the first place. So let's just say this. Let's say, because everybody loves to bring on black crime, when the reality is black on black crime is not a thing. Do Black people harm each other? Yes. Do white people harm other white people? Yes. Everybody harms each other because most crimes are based on proximity. And based in America, most of us are de facto segregated to certain communities due to redlining and in socioeconomic statuses. We all tend to live amongst each other. So if you heard of a Black person harming another Black person, because they're in close proximity to each other, not because they're harming them because they are Black. Black people are not going around like, oh, let me hurt you because you're Black. That's not what's occurring. It's just merely we're in community with each other. So who the hell else are we going to harm? You think Black people just... I hate the fact that a lot of times we act like Black people shouldn't act like human beings. Like, Black people could do something that everybody else do, but suddenly when we do it, it's a problem. Suddenly, when we do it, it's some special thing that needs to have some form of label. Like, y'all be killing me. Killing me. But I think, yeah, it really does very much so flatten what it is that Black Americans go through. And then you act like we're just supposed to address the symptom. If we only address the symptom, the cause is still going to remain. And you're just going to get a new symptom. That's why Black people point out what it is that causes the problem. Not looking for a place to place blame, but rather looking for real actual change within the community. What they don't want is, okay, let's say that how Black people deal with poverty if we just shoot each other every Tuesday. That's just because I'm hungry, I'm gonna shoot you on a Tuesday. That's how Black people deal with things. Let's just say that is the case in this hypothetical world we're thinking of that Pharrell just created for us, right? But let's say the cause of that is our poverty. That's why we're doing it. If we don't address poverty, we might stop shooting each other on Tuesday. But guess what? We just might get the crack epidemic again. I mean, it's going to be something else because you didn't actually address the actual cause. You just addressed the symptom. So no, Pharrell, we're not looking for other people to blame our issues on. What we're doing is actually looking to bring transformational change to the community. But somebody like him, which I always question, which probably sounds like a bad thing because I do not like questioning someone's Blackness based on how they look. But phenotypically, if you don't look it, of course somebody's gonna question it. Which, I mean, Pharrell looks Black, like he's mixed with Black, but Pharrell look Asian to me. He's always looked Asian to me. Am I the only one? And it probably didn't help none that he hung out with that Asian dude. He looked like he could be like Filipino or something. Who's Pharrell's parents? Watch we find out that Pharrell's daddy is some deadbeat Filipino man that nobody ain't ever met. Pharrell got the only deadbeat Filipino daddy. Let me stop saying crazy stuff before y'all clip me up and start circling around me talking about Pharrell's daddy. He gonna think I'm serious. But if you ever see this Pharrell, I don't really care for this new Black thing you got going on. I don't care for this. Okay? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Don't like it. But y'all, we are getting on almost 60 minutes that I've been on here. I have fun talking to you guys. If you want to see some more content, make sure you check out my other content. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to like this live. I might keep it posted. I might not. I might do a full-length video on this conspiracy that Dr. Umar Johnson had brought to us in regards to Chud the Builder, because I think this is a really good conversation. Y'all still never answered my question. Y'all too busy talking about breasts up in the comment section. This is wild. I am not doing a vertical. So I tried to do it from my laptop, but the YouTube live was not working. So I had to do it from my phone. And y'all, you pervy OVO hoes, because that's what I'm putting. It's always Drake's fault. Okay? It's always his fault. Y'all been pervy in this comment section. I ain't got no time for it. Okay? With that being said, stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay Black. This is Jade, and you're watching Get Into the Black. Bye-bye.